Assignment 4-3, we're going to be working with text box and shapes. So let's start it off. We're on the directions page for 4-3. In those directions, we're going to have a text to copy and paste. I'm going to select from Cloud Computing all the way down, holding down my mouse button, right click in the blue area, Control C or copy. Come on up here. I already have an entitled document ready. Don't forget to name this for easy identification. 4-3. Clicking in the dialog box and then clicking OK. Next, I'm going to paste in. Paste, either Control V or right click, paste. OK, so starting with the first direction, select the title. We're going to bold, center align, and we're going to change the text color to blue. Let's see if I remember to hit bold. Okay. Select the subtitle. Selecting that, and we're going to do center and italic. Center align, italic. Next, select the 3 paragraphs of text. Hit justify to even out the right margin. Alright, and now we're going to be working with the research pane. So go to Tools and Research. Okay. We're going to look for pictures. There's a little bit of extra data there that we don't need. So what we're going to do is we're going to look under, these are your filters, everything, images, scholar, quotes, dictionary, personal tables, and we're going to be using images. Okay, and we're going to be looking for cloud cartoon. Alright, so we have a number of cloud cartoons that we can use. So I'm going to pick out a picture of a cloud. Okay, this one's a pretty simple one. I'm going to right click that cloud and I'm going to copy that image. And then I'm going to come back over here and insert a drawing. A drawing is brings up a window where you can edit graphics. So I'm going to insert a drawing. Another window pops up. And if you remember, we copied a picture of a cloud. So now I'm going to right click and paste that same cloud in. Okay, so there's our cloud. Let me show you some basic controls. If I use the corners, I can make my images larger or smaller without changing the aspect ratio, which means that it's not going to get smaller. Like, for example, if I pull it this way, it's distorted. Same as if I pull it vertically. By using one of the corner handles, it keeps all the dimensions of the picture correct. Now what we're going to do is we're going to label this cloud. Let's make it a little bigger. And we're going to put a text box in. Text box are right here, this T. I'm going to click and drag to form a text box. And then I'm going to type in cloud computing. Alright, now as you may notice that you'll see these red lines pop up. What those red lines are, they help us align. That means you're right in the center of that image. So if you notice, if we get a cross like that, means that our text box is perfectly aligned with the center of that image. And now if you want to make it perfectly aligned, you can also highlight the text and make sure it's center aligned, and then it will be perfectly in the middle of that cloud picture. Okay, now we're going to put in an arrow, put in another shape. So I'm going to click on the Shapes button, and then Arrows, and we're going to choose the left-right arrow. Fifth one from the left, and up pops an arrow, and you can drag it to make it bigger. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to actually click on the little ball. Now what this little ball does is it rotates, dragging it left or right. And I want to change this to a vertical arrow. Let's make it a little smaller. And we're going to have it point to the cloud. I'm going to use that red line to align it with the bottom of the cloud. And next I'm going to put in another text box. And I'm going to put a text box below the arrow. I have data under there. Again, not necessary, but you can align and change the size of your text box and use those red alignment arrows to line it up. Let's see, we also want to bold. In this case, we're going to have to get down on here under More to do the bold. You can also use that Control B, and let's center that using the alignment. Drop down. Coming back here to cloud computing, I can double click, gives me an opportunity to do some more editing there. I'm going to select cloud computing because I wanted to bold that. Clicked on More, went to bold. Now we have a representation of what cloud computing looks like. It's a graphic representation. Okay. Next, satisfied with my cloud computing and data diagram, I click Save and Close. Now, it works as one graphic now, and we want to keep it, we want to have it wrap text, so it gives you a little more control about where you can put it. I'm going to move it down to the bottom here. Now notice that it's a little too big for one page. Pull it up, and if it gets a little too big, you can always use the corner handles to keep that correct size and correct dimensions. Nice, and now what we've done is we have added a cloud computing graphic representation to our document. Okay, check this against the key.